What's up, everybody? I just kind of wanted to showcase real quick. We were talking about UR Arks. So I'm going to show you guys the difference between the level 1 ability on this UR Ark and I believe, what, level 3 or 4? Let's have a look. In case anybody was wondering, it makes a huge difference. Mine's skill level 3. Okay, this one is skill level 1. So this is after 2 dukes. Okay, this is the difference in power that you are going to see off of these skills. I think this is important because it shows us how these skills on the UR Arks, how they scale up. First, we are going to drop Beast Hunter to get that extra chest. Anybody just like running this level 80 easy run level, make sure to bring your Beast Hunter Ark. Make sure to get that extra chest. You're guaranteed that extra chest if you just go the Beast Hunter Ark. So we're gonna start with Loga's UR Ark. Now pay attention to Roland's health. This will give you a good idea of how much this is going to do. So it's not going to be too shabby. It's going to do some damage, right? And you would expect that, I would hope, from a UR Ark. So there we go. It did roughly what? A quarter? Yeah, it did about a quarter of his health. So here is my level 3 Ark. There we go. And right as you can tell, the damage is much higher. It's actually going to cap everybody out and finish everybody off before it even gets to that 100 hit mark. So that is the difference just in 2 levels. Honestly, it is pretty sweet because if you do get another copy, this is something that can definitely help you progress in the game. Being able to do that much more damage, especially when an enemy is broken. So, you know, getting this ability to like level 4 or 5, it's pretty nar, and it can help you go a long way. It's something great to have on the friends list because then you really are helping people just cheese the shit out of whatever they're trying to do. I would much rather put something like that up than say a rogue that kills everything in one hit and doesn't really help people farm. At least this can actually help somebody clear some content. Even if it's a tough boss that this Ark can't kill right off rip, you can always make a break party, you can break the boss, and then you can throw the Ark. Or if you're having a hard time actually breaking the boss, the Ark helps you do that too. It does throw a large amount of break onto whatever you're fighting. So that is the difference. And the reason that I was looking into this myself is because with the way that everything's going, you can pity you can pity a UR Ark, the one that we're talking about in this video, the Dragon Ark, Roland's Ark, and I think you need 500 points to do it, and I'm at like 350 or 400, and I was just kind of thinking like, well, how much of a difference would it make to get one more of these just so I could level that skill up to level 4 instead of level 3. It is looking like it is quite the substantial difference. Don't get me wrong, I would still much rather have Ray's best in slot UR Ark. I would still rather have a brand new UR Ark to teach different abilities to different characters, you know, and another UR Ark to run alongside with the one that I have, but as a consolation prize, this is not bad. An increase in damage like that to an ability that you can just access, fast cast whenever you want, and to be able to dish out damage like that. It also has stun on it, and like I said, it has a large break on it as well. But typically that's something you want to throw right when the enemy breaks, you know, and then if that doesn't finish him off, hopefully your party can muster together some skills or spells to get the job done. But it's nice to be able to just throw that and have that right in a boss's break. It doesn't really eat up any of your time. It doesn't eat up any of that break bar. It's just great. So it's nice to see the actual difference in strength when that Ark gets powered up. Because honestly, guys, it could have been something so subpar. Like, really, they could have really limited this Ark you know, and just barely added anything to it. I'm glad they actually did make it worth it to get a dupe of a UR Ark, because it seems like the modifiers are going through the roof. Now granted, mine's at level 3, so this is 2 dupes that we're talking about here, but the damage was still substantial, in my opinion, right? It could have been a lot worse. So I think we're going to cut it off right there. I just kind of, you know, anybody that was wondering about the UR Ark power of their skills and how they scale up, I think this is a pretty good starting point, and actually looking at that and comparing it. And I would expect the other arcs to scale up accordingly to how they did this one. You know, I highly doubt they're gonna put out an arc that scales up like this, and then the next one, you know, they're gonna cut that substantially. I don't think they would do that, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. You know, I just happen to be in a unique situation where I did manage to level this thing up, so I figured I would record it in case anybody wanted to see it. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, while we are here, just as a bonus, so I heard a while ago that we were getting a remake character, and we got Ray. But can anybody guess the first character that I actually thought we were going to get remade, because it's Halloween and because just of the time of year that it is? I'll be honest with you, Ray was a pleasant surprise to me, but he was still a surprise. Like, even when I found out that we were going to get a remade character, I'll show you guys who my first bet was. I honestly thought we were going to get a remake of Blood Rose for Halloween. It just made sense. You know, the planets aligned. It was that time of the year. Halloween, vampires. And I was actually kind of psyched. I was like, oh, I think this would be awesome. They could make an awesome remake of this character because he's so interesting. He's got an amazing sprite. I think they personally could do a lot with this character. I'm actually really kind of hoping that one of the next remakes that they make of a character, a new sleeve, reskinned, whatever you want to call it, I'm really hoping that it's going to be Blood Rose. Right? He's been sitting on the shelf for a while, looking good, you know, but he's really been warming that bench for a long time. I think they could do something badass with this character. I've always liked lifesteal builds, stuff like that, and I mean, this guy's the epitome of that. So he doesn't really have that much room in this meta right now. Like, really none at all. Dude can't even breathe in our meta, okay? That's why we stopped talking about him a long time ago. But I think he was a misunderstood character from the beginning. I did make a pretty good vid on this character. He's not a tank, he's a blood bank. It's a little bit different, but if you learn how to play it right, he can be a nightmare to deal with, literally, because you just can't kill the guy. But I think there's a lot here. I think they could do something with Blood Rose. I think this was just an awesome character design, and they just kind of left it at that. So I don't know, unpolished gem. You guys tell me, the comments are open, but this is what I'm hoping our next remake is going to be of a character. You guys let me know what you think. Which character are you looking forward to the most getting a new form, a reskin, whatever you guys want to call it? For me, it's Blood Rose all the way. And Blood Rose would have been number 2 to Ray anyway. Okay, if we would have had this conversation 2 weeks ago and I was asking this question, my answer would be Ray. I want a reskin version of Ray. Ray needs to get some power to throw those F-bombs around. But this guy definitely would have been second place for me because I've just always thought he had a cool design. And you guys let me know what you want done. And have an awesome day, everybody. Or at least try to. That's about the best we can do, right? Peace.